All right. Welcome back to the stream, everyone. This is part two. Okay, for today's live stream. So today we are diving into advanced meme coin trading topics, right? This isn't about basic chart reading anymore. I think for the for the previous part, which is the part one, we already went through some of the basics, like reading the chart, knowing about the psychology of the trader who trade meme coins. So basically this is about understanding how narrative form, how is the hype work, how whales manipulate price, and how to position yourself early before the crowd arrives, right? So meme coins are not driven by pure technicals. They are driven by psychology, attention, and also a great timing, right? So meaning to say um this is the place, exactly the place that you are need to see when you are involved with the meme coin. Doesn't matter if you are using the Omni futures or any trading platform that involved with these meme coins, right? So this session is all about how you can read the game behind the chart. So even though Omni Futures makes trading simpler, so I guess I personally think that you still need to understand why meme coins move and how to catch them at the right moment. Okay, so sit tight, ask any question anytime, and let's get into the stuff right here. Okay. Okay. As you can see in my screen, I just purposely put this website, which is the memecoin.org. it it actually not I'm not here to promote this website or even for this coin specifically. Basically this is the coin's name, meme, right? So we are not going to talk about that. I'm just put this up because I simply think that this website is interesting enough and good enough for someone who come by and then seeing this website, so they will know that I'm going to talk about meme coin for today live stream. Okay. All right, now before we start on how meme coin narrative are born, I have selected one of the video that was to share with you guys. I guess you guys should see it first because should see it first before we start to speak about it. Okay, so enjoy this video first. I'm going to leave you a few minutes and then we will continue to talk about it.
comes to meme coins is one of the most important skills you can have if you're trying to trade and invest in this space. And getting good at identifying these narratives are just going to give you a huge edge and allow you to have the correct strategies and position your money before the major money flows into that. So in this video, I'm going to go over what are these narratives, go over some examples, as well as how you can find the next narrative. Without further ado, guys, let's get into it. First things first, what are narratives? Narratives are stories that people believe to be true. And if you can find these different narratives and position yourself into that narrative before the masses do, then you'll end up making a lot of money in a lot of situations. And what's interesting is meme coin narratives in particular are constantly changing, and what people care about or think the next big thing is the main question that you're trying to answer. So why exactly do these meme coin narratives matter, and what do I mean by these stories? Well, the narrative is where the money will ultimately flow next. What do people think is going to be the next big thing? What are people paying attention to? And you basically need to identify these narratives early on before a lot of other people think the same thing. The best narratives have the most amount of people all believing and agreeing on the same thing, and ultimately the money will flow there. That money then translates to volume. Volume means that token is more liquid. It also means there's going to be more holders because of that, and because of that, you then have a price increase in most situations. So it's all about being positioned in these different narratives early, and you never want to chase narratives once they get too big, because at that point the narrative can change at any time.
So this is what we have been talking about from the previous live stream just now. So you cannot chase the narrative. You cannot change the you cannot chase the narrative, right? Because we don't want you to come late to the party, right? This is also apply for you to every time when you are chasing the bullish or the bull market whenever you are trading a crypto, right? So this is not a great trader would do, right? So because the narrative actually not, I think most of the narrative are not accident, right? So basically they are crafted, right? So most traders think meme coin hype appears randomly, but behind many of the biggest pump is actually coordinated pushes by the insiders, by the influencers, or even the community itself, right? So basically this community, we should not treat them as a random person who would willing to give their whole life or whole time to this community, right? So basically they are not, they being paid by someone and sit in the community, right? So someone start the story, someone amplifies it, and the crowd will follow, and crowd follows them, right? So understanding this help you predict which coin might pump next, because you are analyzing the ecosystem itself, not only just a price. Okay.
And then you ended up being exit liquidity. So what are some examples of narratives, just so you can get it in your mind? Well, dog meme coins always ran in the past, like Doge or Shiba or dog with hat. And now all of a sudden, what about cat memes? Maybe cat memes will be the big thing. Maybe that'll be the big narrative of this year. And that's what's been happening. A lot of cat memes went on absolutely crazy runs. Another thing could be is about the blockchain itself. Hey, Base is from Coinbase. There's a lot of traction. There's a lot of volume. Maybe meme coins will be big there. And because it's early, you can get into some of the top ones now. Next thing, another narrative, celebrities. We just saw Iggy Azalea release the Mother token or the Smother token, and it went on a massive run. These celebrities have a big audience. Maybe they'll have more eyes and they'll pump very hard, and hopefully they're less likely to scam or rug. But in reality, a lot of them have actually been scamming and
Yeah, that is correct, right? So you cannot simply trust any celebrity that involve from the hype that related to the crypto or the meme coin itself, right? So a single tweet which is from celebrity. I think this is about celebrity involvement sparks the sudden hype, right? So a single tweet or mention or any postings from a large or influencer, basically whoever it is, like Trump, um, Elon Musk, or anyone who is a considered as a large influencer, they know that they can actually can generate massive attention, right? So traders who understand how fast attention spreads, they actually would know that they can ride these spikes before the crowd piles in, right? So it really depends on how we actually think. I mean, it's a bit risky, but if you analyze sentiment fast enough, you can catch this wave early, right? But of course, just like this, Jason mentioned just now, um, do not easily trust this celebrity that have a big audience, right? Sometimes they just promoting without any concern that about their project, right? It could be scam, it could be rugging, it could be a bad project, right? So they does not know that.
Rugging, and you can't trust them for shit. Another narrative. Pepe went on a big run, so maybe Book of Meme will. This is called a narrative of a derivative. It is a derivative of Pepe, or it has some sort of close connection or tie to Pepe. And because Pepe did really well, maybe the derivative or the narrative of Book of Meme will do well because it has that story. It has a story. It has a narrative of why people may buy it in the future. And meme coins are all about figuring out what more people are going to buy in the future. That's literally how you make money. Another narrative, Bitcoin.
All right. So just like what Jason has mentioned, right? It's about there will be some seasonal patterns in a meme coin, like Pepe, like dog meme coins, or even the celebrity not not only promoting others meme coin, instead they also have their own meme coins, basically, right? So meme coins follow repeating trends. This is what we've been discussing early in the first part, right? So we do have like a dog meme coins, and even anime season. They do have like this highlight on a certain time where there's a book or there's a movie of anime coming in, and they will just try to bring up this narrative wider, right? Like political season, frog season. So all this is actually they can actually use this prop to create a narrative, and um, even make them more searchable. Okay, so this pattern reappears because the trader love familiarity, right? They watch on any social media, they recognize it, they become FOMO, they notice, even there's a bit of things that are related to the narrative, right? It is usually signal that the narrative rotation has begun. So this is what actually they've been planned, whenever someone actually inside the internal community, right? So this is what I've been saying just now. Basically, the narrative is not by the accident, right? So basically they they are crafted, right? They are crafted, right? All this narrative, right?
Coin has a ton of liquidity that isn't in the ecosystem yet. And because it's the biggest chain, and because these new runes came out, which are like memes and fungible tokens, there is a chance that it could do well. So this is once again a blockchain play where you system more because there's going to be derivatives of that. Maybe it was Trump, maybe it was MAGA, and Doge and all these things went on massive runs. And I also understand that cats are like the main enemies of dogs in a way. And I know that cats are really
Okay, this is unrelated, I would say. So all in all, I think this is the way of how to spot early narrative that would sparks, right? So before a narrative explodes, there are a tiny hints, sudden tweet activity like micro communities forming, niche insider jokes appearing suddenly, right? Increased mentions across multiple platform or early volume spike. So these are the hints that I'm sure that you are not notice it, but you will feel it, right? So you can actually you didn't notice that they are coming, but you actually feels it, right? So traders who pick up the subtle signs can position early before the hype become mainstream, right? So this is exactly what I'm just saying. Even though you are not noticing it, but you can feel it, right? Same goes to that. I think if you are not noticing it, but for me, I actually can feel it, right? So that's probably a good thing about me, right? Because I'm actually pick up the content or the narrative that they bring, so that I can know to enter the market more earlier. Okay. Right. So that was it about the video just now. I think it's a very it's a very com it's a very straightforward, I would say, because the slideshow just now, it's really like a um, teaching someone about psychology, right? So yeah, thanks to Jason for the video, by the way. Okay. So there are some ways that I've been reading or I've been known to identify early hype before it explodes, right? For example, like any coin right here, for example, like fish jack, you can actually know if this coin going to perform well or not before you can start to trade it in here in this omni futures, right? So basically you need to before you start doing anything, monitoring social momentum would be the first ever action that you should um, start with, right? So advanced meme coin traders track social media more than the chart, because they knew that I mean, this is not exactly that what it means, right? Basically for those who are active or advanced meme coins, they are more alert on any social platform, even a community, crypto community, right? And plus their phone or even their laptop or even their TV at the home has full of this news feed, right? So they're being told everywhere, even the radio, even the in the car also, they're being told that there's a content spread about meme coin, right? So they are not actually track the social platform, um, to be honest, right? But I'm sure that they are not do that on purpose, because this is the life that they've been uh, through every day without setting this up, right? So for example, like Twitter, Telegram, meme communities, basically they has been there forever, right? So when you see sudden increases in meme posts, like hashtag appear in your social media, or a new fan made edit in the TikTok, or even a short reels, right? It is usually a sign of early interest before the breakout, right? I'm sure if someone who involved a lot in this meme coins, I'm sure they've been seeing a lot about Fish Jack, even the Chill Mass, Dank Pepe, and more, right? So um plus the biggest pump rarely start um with the biggest thing, like biggest influencer and all that, meaning to say they are depending on the small social media, or the small marketing, or the small community, right? So they will start with a small account who posts before anyone notice it, right? You don't really see that, for example, like this Fish Jack, you don't really see that someone is from a big or large influencers group would want this Fish Jack to be promoted by Elon Musk, right? Let's say, right? Because it's very nonsense, right, to do that. So these are the best. Sorry, these are this will show you that micro influencer talks casually about new meme coins or niche theme, right? So that's why I know about this, right? When multiple small account mention the same joke, the same coin or joke, is it's often a sign of a coordinated or natural early stage hype. Okay, so the healthy meme coins have active meme heavy community. If you see consistent fan art, inside joke, viral replies, and fast meme curation, that coin has strong crowd potential. So weak communities usually produce nothing but chat and when moon comments, low meme culture, low staying power, right? So early volume versus silent chat, right? So this is the best way for you to get all the things clear out, right? So before a pump, volume increases quietly before while price barely move. So this is often whales accumulating in anticipation by narrative hype. Advanced traders spot this accumulation phase, prepare before the explosion begins. Okay, so I'm going to talk with you guys more about whales in the next few minutes. But I guess we should not moving too quick for now. I think we can wait for someone in the chat to comment on any question that they might have, right? So give me some time first, and then we can start to talk more about whales in a bit. All right. I'm going to turn on the video for now. So see, this is basically about how do crypto whales manipulate the markets, right? So we've been mentioning about whale just now because um we've been mentioning about whales just now because of the volume that we've been saying um would can be happen before the pump, right? So volume increases quietly while the price are barely move, right? So I hope you guys have heard about whales as a term in the crypto or even a forex mm, community, okay? Because without knowing this term, I'm sure you have no clue what we are talking about, but I'm just gonna give you uh, some of the basic definition, I would say, right? So basically, whales is actually an individual or a company that pumps the money in a large quantity of money so that they can turn the price become less demand, right? Then that's how they manipulate, and then they will buy the market again for their own for their own benefits. Okay, so this is about whale. This is the whales that we've been talking about just now. So
Ever felt like the crypto market is playing mind games with you? One moment, the psychology of crypto trading. How whales manipulate you. Ever felt like the crypto market is playing mind games with you? One moment, Bitcoin is skyrocketing and everyone's bullish. The next, a brutal crash wipes out millions. What if I told you this isn't random? It's whale manipulation at its finest. How crypto whales control the market. Who are the whales? Crypto whales are individuals or institutions holding massive amounts of cryptocurrency. They have the power to move the entire market with a single trade. Example, Satoshi Era wallets moving BTC, instant panique. Elon tweets about Dogecoin, the price pumps in seconds. A whale sells millions in Ethereum, the market crashes. But it's not just their money, it's their understanding of trader psychology that gives them the edge. Are you being played? The three biggest whale manipulation tactics whales use psychological tricks to make you react.
so they've been saying just now when Elon Musk tweets about Dogecoin, the whales actually um have planned it before it even happening, right? So the whales accumulate weeks before the hype. They know that this narrative or this potential narrative would comes in any time. Okay, so whales rarely buy during the hype or even sell during the hype. Okay, they accumulate silently when nobody is talking about the coin. So this phase creates a quite stair step pattern or sudden volume surge without major price movement. Okay, so recognizing this tells you that the big player expect future hype. Okay,
Here's how they do it. The pump and dump, they buy silently, then suddenly pump the price. Retail traders FOMO in, and just when you think you're winning, the whales dump, leaving you holding the bag. The fake out, stop hunt. Ever placed a stop loss just below support, only to get stopped out right before the price bounces? That's whales triggering liquidations to buy cheaper. The fear and greed play, whales use media hype to fuel greed. The cycle repeats.
Okay. The whales pump and dump. Okay. The pump and the herd technique. So whales often push price up just enough to attract retail's attention. So basically the retail traders are basically us, right? We are using the small funds or the small money to trade in and to get involved in the market, right? So the retail sees a small jump, small pump, we jump in and we'll let the crowd do the rest, right? So understand this trick prevents you from chasing small green candles. They are designed to bait beginners. So this is what I've been experiencing previously. I've been trading a Bitcoin, then someone smart enough to tell me that you don't have to get involved in the current market, because this is a very clear signals that whales are now getting their hands in the market, and in any weeks or in any second or in any hours, the whales are going to flip all the retail trader in a second. Okay.
How to outsmart the whales. So, how do you beat the whales at their own game? Think like a whale, observe on-chain data and whale wallets before making moves. Avoid FOMO and panic selling. If it feels too good to be true, it probably is. Use limit orders and smart risk management. Don't let stop hunts wipe you out. The real winners play long-term, not emotional swings. Control your emotions, control your profits.
Yeah. So every risk management, so every planning should be involved with the risk management, okay? Because in any kind of situation, even if whale steps in, right, the whale don't sell at once. So meaning to say, if you do have this precaution action, I'll say, so you would be safe, or you will not be facing the risk even you will not face the risk at any time, so I'll say, right? So they sell into strength gradually, while retail will FOMO to buy the market, okay? So you can spot this through weakening volume, slow price progression, or heavy wicks forming at the top. When you see these signs, it's often time to prepare your exit, right? So I'm not smart enough back then to actually notice it, but thank God, luckily, someone who are experienced enough told me to not involve with it. So some whales place fake buys or sell walls to scare or attract new players, so that even more difficult for us to know about it. So this wall disappear once the trader react, the retail trader react. Alright, so spotting disappearing walls, teaching you to avoid getting fooled by temporary liquidity games, right? So some will sometimes push the price into liquidity zone where many stop losses are placed. So when they trigger the stop, absorb those forced sell and then reverse the price back. When you learn to recognize this zone, you avoid being trapped by sudden, unexpected move.
Are you a whale or a minnow? Now that you know the truth, will you trade smart or keep getting played? Tell us in the comments. Have you ever fallen for a whale trap? And don't forget to subscribe to Future Codex for more insights into the world of crypto and emerging tech.
Nice. Okay. We are going to check something that we are going to check our Omni features now. Okay, so for those who just join in, give me a second, guys. For those who just joined in, thank you. Today, this is the part 2. So today, guys, we are going to just chill, do nothing serious. In fact, I was just talking to you guys, and you guys, should you have any question, you could throw it in the chat. Okay. And today I just want to show you how Memecoin was actually works. In the part 1 also, we already covered some of the physiology about this, about how do people think about it, right? So, and also today, for those who are new, this is the Omni features that you are seeing in my screen right now. So basically, this Omni feature is the simplest way for you to trade futures, especially if this is your first time using the futures tools or features, or even futures trading, right? So I'm not going to explain to you guys, I'm not going to give a financial advice. So this is just me sharing how I personally look from my perspective about Memecoin, about this platform of these Omni features, right? So basically, if you're asking me about these Omni features, I would say that it is very interesting, because it is actually very the opposite of the normal futures trading, right? So in the futures trading, you would see and you would feels like you are being tied with the contract, or even with the price, or even with the price itself, right? So you need to really carefully think about your investment, and the analysis that you are predicted need to be almost perfect. Okay, I would say. So this is something that opposite to it. So basically, you just simply predict based on your quick prediction about the meme coins, such as the narrative itself. So when you're seeing something in the social media, you are probably can believe that the coin has more potential than other coins, which is the meme coins, right? And also the the project that from the community that are currently everyone speaks about it, right? So this is kind of the hype that you want to look at it when you are trading the omni futures. Okay, so this is the platform. So this is currently, you can see, oh, there's a new coin called Tesla AI. I will going back to this after we finish all the talk about meme coins later on. Okay, so we are back in here. Okay. Right. Right. On the next part, I think I'm going to talk about this. Oh, it's actually
boosting the price of a pump and dump scheme involves fraudsters boosting the price of a stock by making false or misleading recommendations about its value. The perpetrators already own stock in the company and sell their positions after their scheme leads to a higher share price. A pump and dump is illegal, and the perpetrators of this fraud can face hefty fines if caught. The internet has created more avenues to defraud investors. These schemes usually target micro and small cap stocks because these companies tend to be the easiest to manipulate. For example, Bob's Energy Gum is a successful small cap company. During the first IPO, Parker and Tim buy a lot of the stock and convince several investors that the company has potential for serious growth. The stock's share price soars. However, the company's fundamentals show that the company is overvalued, but this information is hard to find because it's a small cap stock. Parker and Tim sell off or dump their stock in Bob's Energy Gum, just as a bunch of investors buy shares in the company. The price drops, and the new investors experience massive losses. Meanwhile, Parker and Tim enjoy impressive profits.
somehow I feel this content or this video is not really related to the what we've been talking about, the meme coins and also the whales and also the whales in that is a big player inside the meme coins market, right? But actually it's fine, I think, because we are about to talk about pump and patterns, right? So this is the advanced recognition for us or for any traders that are involved in this meme coin trading, right? So there are three phases of meme pump. So basically I'm just going to switch to this omni feature chart and open it, right? How about we try to see the older chart in here, switch to probably like 1 day chart. Okay, now got it bigger, right? So this is about the meme pump, right? So the most of the meme coin follow the same structure. Let's see if this hits correctly or not, right? So the phase one is silent accumulation, right? So basically silent accumulation, which mean what? Not sure about it, right? But let's go through the second point, which is phase two, acceleration, memes exploding on social media. I will get that. I will say that this is the acceleration and exploding on the social media, I would say. And phase three is parabolic mania and sharp collapse. Recognizing these phases keep you from holding too long, okay? Emotion cycle of the retail traders. So retail traders goes through predictable emotion stages: disbelief, optimism, euphoria, denial, and also panic. After that, when you see the community become overly confident and mocking others for missing out, it often signals that the top is close. The top is close. Sudden green candle trap. Sharp pump with no build up usually indicate a trap designed to attract FOMO buyers. With no narrative fundamental behind the candles, advanced traders avoid entering because the price often dump immediately afterward. Wow, this is more like an advanced, exactly that it means, advanced recognition. So once you're actually mastering all of these steps, I'm sure that you can trade in omni features smoothly, okay? Distribution patterns. When the price make higher high but volume keep dropping, it means big players are selling well while retail tries to push up the price. This divergence is a classic sign that the peak is near. When the price make higher high but the volume dropping, it means big players are selling while retail tries to push the price up. We go again. High. So high is I think this is not exactly what higher high means. Means that if something like this happening, this is the higher high. If the volume keeps dropping, means that the retail traders tries to push the price up. So this is the divergence is a classic sign that peak is near. What do you mean peak is near? right? Doesn't matter, right? So how Omni features fit into this? So because Omni features is simple, traders can quickly take advantage of the short-term narrative movement without drowning in the complicated features. But understanding pump cycle help you avoid placing longs at the wrong time or shorting too early. Nice advice. Let's see if someone here. I guess that will be all for today, but in this
Jamie,
video,
welcome to the latest episode of Player vs Pundit.
Leandro, welcome to Player vs.
sorry for that. Okay, I guess today we already have covered up some of the important some of the important lesson that you might feels that it is important, but at the same time you can actually learn it by yourself, right? But this is the things that you shouldn't have to learn about it. But in case you learn about it, then you will have this soft touch of identifying a good market, especially on the meme coins, right? So basically, how to trade based on narrative. Just now we have gone through why meme coin explode and how to position, because we are understanding the crypto market narrative, right? So based on that, I think we learned about how to enter during early narrative confirmation. So the best entry happen not at the very beginning, but when the narrative starts showing a clear sign of traction, rising memes, increasing mention, small influencer, you can see in the social media and all that. So this is where the momentum is forming, but the risk is still low, right? But at least you know it's happening at the moment. And avoid entering during the peak excitement. So basically, you are too late for the party. When everyone is talking about it, you are the last one who appear, right? Who appear in this market, right? So peak mania is the most dangerous time, because narratives start running out of the energy. It can happen, it can finish at any time. So the crowd enters aggressively. That's why you can actually see, once the market open, the long green candle will start to do that, because of the buyers enters aggressively, right, providing the liquidity for the whales to exit. So trading against emotion crowd is risky unless you are shorting carefully, right? Shorting carefully means you are aware with the numbers or the price that you're about to exit in any time, right? So you have been there, you've been preparing for it for the whole time with your strategy or planning, right? And rotate between relative coins, right? So narrative often comes in group. During dog coin season, multiple dog team coin move. So if one pumps too high, advanced traders switch to lagging coins, with some within the same team catching secondary pumps that follow the traders. It means that you need to be aware of this narrative, of this story, or of this season, I'll say, right? This is the best way for you to join the hype. And then when the memes content slow down, fewer discussion appear, and hype feels stale, the narrative is actually dying, right? So price might still be high, but the momentum there is gone already. This is the best time for you to take profit and tighten the position, right? So since Omni features make shorting and longings that simple, you can actually use this narrative momentum to take advantage of fast swings. So long early hype, short collapsing hype, but always with the small size and also a control risk. So basically it tells you that you can do like this setup, or even a bigger 5, maybe 10 or 20, not more than, for example, like 50, 100, or maybe 500, right? So this is a bit scary, right? So this is what we've been saying just now, always with the always with the small size and control risk, right? So basically this is the risk that you don't want to face in these Omni features, even though the risk control has been set by the system already, right? So this is not good, so I'm going to change it back 20. For those who wondering what is this, so this is basically the amount that you are willing to lose in a single trade. Okay, that means if you are trying to click on this $20, that means you are about to lose $20, but you can still earn up to 200% maximum. Then they will cut off the position until you get this maximum ROI. Okay. Right. I guess that will be the wraps up our advanced meme coin session today. So today we have looked at how narrative form, how whale behavior works, how hype spreads, how to identify pump phase, and how to trade based on the momentum instead of emotion. That I think that will do, right? Even though the momentum is a small contribution when you are trading crypto, but I guess it will be fine as long as you follow it without following the emotion. So meme coin trading isn't about complicated indicators. It's about understanding the physiology behind the markets, because just now we already put out the emotion, right? So this is if you are a smart person, then you are definitely need to understand more about the physiology on this game, which basically the meme coins or the meme market, right? So this is since Omni features is a simple, you can actually apply these ideas without dealing with overly complex trading setups. But always remember, your goals is not to predict the futures perfectly, right? Is to understand the crowd behavior, the market, specifically in meme, the position early and exit before the peak, right? So thanks for hanging out today. Drop a comment if you want a part 3 confusing on we will focusing on even deeper technique. If you are requesting that, for example, like sentiment analytic, maybe, right? Or maybe like more strategies, I would say. Not sure if I do have like other strategy. I think for this session on this 5 days live stream, I already give it all my best lesson. This is what I've learned from the entire years that I've been knowing about crypto. But anyway, guys, it's good to hang out in here in the YouTube live stream. So I'll see you in the next stream.